Today is April 29th, and my name is Maura Gallaher. I'm here interviewing
Carolyn Roddy.
on her impact in Kingston, Tennessee. Today, let's start at the beginning. Tell me where you were born and raised and something about your family.
I am a Kingston native. I was born on Greenwood Street across from the football field in Kingston at my grandmother's house.
Alrighty, and what did your parents do for a living?
My parents, I never knew my father because he was killed in a construction accident when I was 2 years old. My mom was Pauline Mae Martin, who went to Campbell High School in Rockwood. At the time of integration, there was no school desegregation at that time.
And do you have any siblings?
No, I'm an only child, but I grew up with my 2 aunts and my 3 uncles, and they were like brothers and sisters to me.
And can you tell me about your time here at Roane County High School?
Can you tell me what?
Can you tell me about your time here?
Oh, at Roane County High School. Well, you have to consider the time. The time was the first part of integration in 1964. That's when Kingston integrated schools, public schools. And I was the first female black basketball player to ever play at Roane County High School. There were several others that were first in the football field, the Woods brothers. And it goes on and on. My time here at Roane County High School, well, when I first arrived, let me tell you this point. When I first arrived, I thought I was all that in a bag of chips because I could run and jump so much. And I didn't think I had to study. But my coach, Freddie Paul Wilson, taught me, and Roane County High School taught me that I had to study. And so the first 6 weeks that I was in high school, I had 4 F's, 2 C's, and 1 A, and that was in physical education. But he set me out for 2 weeks of basketball while all the other girls were learning fundamentals and stations and everything. And I had to sit in the gym and study. My grandmother, who raised me, Alice Martin, almost made me quit the basketball team because the first thing that she said during integration was, "You're not going to go over there and embarrass me, your community, or yourself." And so she said, either get with it, I'm paraphrasing this, either get with it or I'm going to make you stop playing. So, but I have many friends. We still stay in contact and everything, classmates. I really didn't have any integration problems except when we first went out to eat at a restaurant. And I'm not going to mention the restaurant name because some of you all may know it. But they told us when we got off the bus, they told Coach Wilson and Coach Skidmore, she can't come in here. And Coach Wilson spoke up and said, if she can't come in here, we can't come in here. And he told us to go back and get on the bus. And the lady came back to the door and she said, "Oh, no, wait just a minute. So we were seated, but the restaurant was almost empty, but we had to go sit in the back.
I take it that you had a really good relationship with your basketball coaches here?
I'm sorry?
I take it that you had a really good relationship with your basketball coaches here?
Oh, gosh, yeah. I had a good relationship with the male and female players. Austin Clark, who was in my graduation class, we snuck in the gym and shot free throws in the dark, and the police a police officer, Ray Gullett, he would come and kick us out of the gym and told us not to come back. But we would crawl through the bathroom window, which is now the girls' dressing room, but we would crawl through the windows, and he knew what we were doing. And so we shot free throws for hours and hours, and I had a good relationship with all my teammates, classmates, my teachers, administration. So I didn't really have any problems.
Were there any other activities in Kingston or at Roane County High School that you took part in?
Yes, there was. Miss Banker, Mark Banker's mother, she was our English teacher. And she was stern, fair, and she always wanted us to be what we needed to be. So Miss Banker was one of my favorite teachers.
What did you do in Kingston for fun when you were a teenager?
Excuse me?
What did you do in Kingston for fun as a teenager other than sneaking into the gym?
In the summertime, I played softball, and it was City League. It wasn't anything like at the high school. We didn't have a softball team during my time at high school. We had baseball, but we didn't have softball. And it was integrated. We played everywhere. We went to Dayton, we went to Loudon, we went many places. So, and I'm always been active in my church. Always.
Alrighty, and tell me about your collegiate recruiting path. Tell me how you were recruited to go on and play basketball at the next level.
Okay. When I left Roane County High School, I went to play at Hiwassee College in Madisonville, Tennessee, which is now closed, and I really hate that. But this was 1971, and when I went to Madisonville, we played 5-man. But here at the high school, we played divided court, 6-man on each end. We couldn't cross the half-court line. I didn't know if anybody was there or not.
Good.
But I really enjoyed that, and we were really good, and we got to go to the National Junior College Championship. And a coach by the name of Harley Redden, I didn't know it at the time, we went to Enid, Oklahoma, and he came to watch me play for 2 years straight. And I have a lot of accolades from Hiwassee College. I'm in the honor society at Hiwassee College, but I just loved the game, and I had fun. Then I went to Wayland Baptist and became a Hutcherson Flying Queen in 1973 after my 2 years at Hiwassee. And it was phenomenal. We flew in little Bonanza airplanes everywhere we went. And this is the first college that I've ever known to fly. Usually we're in buses or old cars and station wagons and stuff. And back at Hiwassee, I'm going to go back there for a minute, we were in two old station wagons. And me and my friend Brady, Diane Brady, we sat in the rumble seat facing the cars that were behind us. And Mr. Brady usually drove one of the vehicles, and Coach Mitchell drove the other one. But then from there, I went to, like I said, Wayland Baptist, and we flew everywhere. And one of the unique things about playing basketball for the Hutcherson Flying Queens was that we didn't play before the guys. We played after the guys because everybody stayed to watch us. The gym was packed. We warmed up to Sweet Georgia Brown, and we did a football thing where I was able to tap it in, or should I say the first dunk. So I've had some tremendous experiences.
Alrighty. Did you ever think about leaving Kingston? Were you ever at a point where you were completely away from Kingston and wanted to come back? Or what's so special about Kingston to you?
I always wanted to come home because I was my grandmama's baby. And I call her Mama. I always wanted to come back home. But my coach, Coach Dean Weiss, who is in the Women's Basketball Hall of Fame and soon to be in Naismith Basketball Hall of Fame, called me one day after I was married. I had been married for 5 years, and asked me, did I want to play professional basketball? And so I said, well, I'll have to talk to my husband about that. And so I did. And the only thing that my husband said was, when do we leave? I didn't have any children at that particular time. I wanted to see how well our marriage was going to go. So I moved to Dallas. We moved to Dallas, Texas, and we stayed there for 3 years. But I need to back up. I forgot that when I first got married in 1977, I moved to Cincinnati, Ohio. That's where my husband was working, and I found a job there and everything. But I wasn't satisfied. So his parents moved back to Tennessee. They moved to Dayton, and I stayed in Dayton for a little while. But Cincinnati, Ohio, and Dallas, Texas is the only two places that I've stayed for a period of time. I've always come back home no matter what. I had the opportunity to go to France and play for 2 years, but I was sick, not sick physically, but I was sick emotionally because I wanted to be home with my mama. So.
Alrighty. Is there anything that you would like to tell other people about your experience or your impact on Kingston?
Yes. The most important thing is my values that my grandmother taught me, but most of all, the values that God has taught me. My grandmother and my principal at that time in '64, Miss Gertrude Porter, told me, she said, life is not fair. And you're going to hit some bumps in the road, educationally wise. It's not fair that you have to take 2 steps back or 2 steps forwards to everybody else's one. And there for a little while, it's still that in women's basketball period or in life today, because women have to make extra steps to everybody else's steps, every male step. No one has broke the glass ceiling as far as opportunity-wise. I'm not going to say money-wise, but opportunity-wise, women versus men have not made the glass ceiling break. We've come a long way, but we've got a long way to go.
Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you for asking me.